The death of co-owner Hank Steinbrenner at 63 years of age, 6 months and 6 weeks before the original scheduled date of the World Series. Keep in mind that 6 months and 6 days has everything to do with the coronavirus and the fact that it is titled that has gematria of 66. Now, the World Series does not begin on October the 20th this year, but it's going to mean something else in relation to what I've discussed earlier with the coronavirus in the Yankees three-peat. Whichever day that the World Series is going to be played at, championship number 28 for the Yankees is going to occur right after the coronavirus outbreak that began in New York. And don't forget that it is Corona, that means crown in the languages of Spanish and Italian. This is where you're getting the significance of the coronavirus in relation to the outbreak beginning in New York and the future winner of the World Series in baseball. It is no coincidence that it is Yankees and virus in China that equals 26. I think Steinbrenner was born in the year 57. I don't think that's a coincidence at all. It's COVID 2020. It's vaccine that has gematria 57. Last death in the Steinbrenner family was George Steinbrenner back in 2010. 2010 is a 30 year. It's October the 20th that adds up to 30. All of this has to do with the three-peat in the 30th championship for the New York Yankees. Now, we know the World Series is going to occur against the Dodgers because Donald dodged impeachment, but he's not going to dodge losing the election. Today's date of April the 14th of 2020 has a date numerology of 13. That means that the Yankees are going to be playing LA because L is the first letter and A is the first letter. And what's interesting about today's date is that Hank Steinbrenner was in his 13th season as a general partner of the New York Yankees. And now, as I've said with the coronavirus, he's born in the year 57. The Yankees are trying to win championship number 30. The World Series was originally scheduled to begin on October the 20th. It's George that also has gematria 57 and 39. And that is not a coincidence. And he is the father of the modern Yankee dynasty since the 1970s. It's Empire that has gematria 66. Now, I want you to look at the today's date of his death. 27 weeks later, until the original scheduled date that the World Series is going to start. The Yankees currently have 27 championships right now, and I want you to notice that when you include the end date to the original scheduled date of the World Series, this is a time span of 6 months and 7 days. Where did the coronavirus outbreak originally begin at? Italy, came from Wuhan. This is why the 6 months and 7 days is going to be significant. Now, the 22 has to do with the three-peat in 2022 with Aaron Judge, because it's Aaron that has gematria 49 and 22, like I said before. Hank Steinbrenner's death today. Now, biggest question here is, why 63? Why 63? Well, that's honestly, I've no idea. What is the significance of 63? I do not have a clue what that's going to be significant with. But I do see a lot of 57, and it's no coincidence that it is his 13th season in charge with the New York Yankees. And this is a really brash guy. He says that, this is Red Sox Nation, but this is a Yankee universe. Let me just see what the gematria of Steinbrenner is, and I think that would. Okay, Steinbrenner has gematria 62, so there we have it. He just turned 63 on April the 2nd. Today's the 11th. That's 9 days later. He was 62 years of age, so he was pretty much 62 before he died. I think that explains it. Health complications or health issues, but did they disclose what he had? A long-standing health issue, but they're making that private right now. What else? George is 39, Empire is 39. It is also New York that has gematria 39. That's why George Steinbrenner owned the Yankees. That's why George is the middle name. See the gematria virus? The season began on the 26th day of March. That sort of explains the whole narrative, the whole script of the season being postponed and all this. Postponed, delayed, and now today's date in relation to the scheduled date of the beginning of the season. That's 2 weeks and 6 days later. That's a lot like virus when you include the end day. And then you gotta talk about 20 in regards to the election and what this World Series is all about. And I've already talked about it before. And I think this is a really fantastic snapshot about what we have here in relation to his death.